My name is Peter Scognamillo. I'm a physical therapist. I got my doctorate in physical therapy about 20 years ago. I grew up in Colorado, small towns, kind of like this one. That's what kind of attracted me to this town. And I was living in San Diego for off and on about 30 years. And I wanted to return back into a small town and find a place to really grow with the community and retire. The job, really. I was recruited, and it just sounded like a great place. And I've been thinking about being a hermit on a lake, actually. And I've been thinking about that for a few years, so it just materialized. I got a great mom and dad that are still alive. They live in the desert, and they are great people, still a huge part of my life. I was lucky enough to have a house that I could have a little casita with them, the last place I lived, and I spent a lot of time with them, and they taught me how to be a house owner and a dog owner, and I cherish my time with them every chance I can. The people are really, really nice. Just everybody's been really open arm with me, and I like to fish, so I've been on the river a few times and caught a few trout so far. And I also kind of like how it's kind of central to the Sierras, as I like to go and do a lot of fishing and camping. I went to UC Santa Cruz, got my bachelor's in biology, and then I got my doctorate in physical therapy from Loma Linda University. And two very different schools, but two great educations. I really enjoy helping people, achieving goals. I enjoy exercise, and that's probably what brought me to really being a physical therapist in the first place. I was kind of gym rat when I was younger, and now I just love to hike, and I take my dog for long hikes, and that's kind of how I get my exercise a lot of times. But it was really, really drawn to me. I just really like the physicality of it. Touching people, not just their body, but also just their lives. Everybody's been so nice. Just everybody's been open arms with me and helpful. My mentor is amazing. She's one of the most passionate people, one of the most patient people I've ever met in my life. And I feel like if I could just be half of what she is, I think I'd be a great rehab manager. I really, really enjoy exercise. There's not one way that's the right way. There's a lot of different ways to do something, and I think you have to have options. So sometimes I've been around the block. I've studied exercise a long time. So, you have to be open with your patients. You have to be patient with your patients. And you got to try different things because not everything is going to work on the same person. So I don't really menu things. We all have ideas what gets people better. But you also have to have fun and joke around a little bit, because at the end of the day we're all just people and we want to have that connection, and I think I can bring that to them. Well, I was kind of a comic book fan for a long time, and I went to San Diego Comic Convention for a number of years and volunteered for that. And so I had a lot of fun and saw a lot of actors and panels with people. So I guess that's something that people really wouldn't really think about it for me. So I was kind of a comic book junkie when I was a kid, and I kind of grew up into an adult, but never really grew up. And it's been fun. I'm kind of over that stage of my life, but I had a lot of fun at San Diego Comic-Con, and some of my friends would call me. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm in this city. They're on the East Coast. Can I please go to Comic-Con?" And I'm like, "Sure, I get you tickets." And it was just, their eyes got so big because it's such a world-renowned thing.
Yeah.
And to me, it's kind of ridiculous because I've been there for so long and it's so crazy, where I don't want to go anymore because it's just nuts. But it was a great experience, and I enjoyed it completely.
So that begs me to have to ask the question: is who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
Character?
I would say Deadpool is pretty much my favorite because it's so funny. I grew up on Spider-Man. I mean, everybody hears that, but I also, it's funny, you know, I really like a lot of villains because I think that they're more interesting and they go through so much. And sometimes it's not about good or bad, it's just about perspective in life. And it's really interesting to get into their lives and think about things because sometimes the villains aren't that bad, they're just misunderstood. I have a friend in Costa Rica and he loves to fish, and I grew up with this guy. And you know, when the whole quarantine thing was going down, I mean, you never thought that you'd be able to go anywhere again. And I saw that they just opened up Costa Rica. So I'm going to give my friend a call, and I'm going to try to, I forget what these fish are called down there, but they're huge, and they're river fish. And the name just isn't on my tip of my tongue. But they just look so much fun to catch. And I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica and check it out. Does sarcasm work? Because I'm really good at that. But if a real superpower, I don't know, I'd love to fly. I've always had dreams where I fly, and I wake up, you know, and I wish I was still flying. And I look at, you know, watch the hawks around here, and I hear the owls at night, and I just love it, man. It's such a great place to live.